Hi, everyone. My name is Nick Fullmer. I'm the chair of the Ethics and Governance Committee for the NSNA, along with the other members, Nicole and Alexis. I'd like to tell you our theme for the year, which is integrity in nursing. So just a few things we're going to focus on this year in the Ethics and Governance Committee. We're going to be focusing on the following resolutions. The first of which is in support of instituting mental health checks in K through 12 public schools. And you'll see an article on this in the next issue of Imprint, in support of increasing nursing student education regarding the healthcare needs of the LGBTQIA populations, increasing awareness of shift length regulation for nurses working over 12 hours, because that's, as we all know, a little tiring. Here are some differences between some of the terminology regarding governance. First, bylaws. They are as defined in the NSNA Ethics and Governance Guidelines and Planning, the basic rules governing the internal affairs of an organization. Policy, which is defined in the guidelines, a definite course of action or position adopted by a board of directors, House of Delegates, or any other authorized voting body. And procedure, which, as again defined by the guidelines, is a set method of conducting and managing business. And you'll find that every organization that has a board of directors, whether it be for the government, private business, advocacy organizations like this, they all operate on this kind of standard. So the basics for bylaws they are the basic rules governing the internal affairs of an organization. Sometimes they're referred to as the standing rules. They're kind of similar to the U.S. Constitution in that they cannot be changed without a certain percentage of voting members agreeing to the change. They cannot be suspended, meaning they are always supposed to be followed. State and chapter bylaws are in conformity with NSNA's bylaws as identified on the official application for constituency status. I mean, that may sound like a lot, but in no way will the NSNA bylaws inhibit any operation with state or local chapter. They should be reviewed yearly to be sure they are up to date and meet the current needs of the organization. So for bylaws, as far as making an amendment, so dependent on the bylaws, there should always be guidelines in the bylaws about how to amend them. What percentage of a vote is needed, how far in advance you need to alert the board and members, and so on. How the bylaws are amended can be molded to fit a specific organization as well. So how to submit an NSNA proposed bylaw amendment. Who may submit the proposed amendments? They may be submitted only by the NSNA Board of Directors, an NSNA committee, or a constituent state or school association. Proposed amendments shall be submitted in writing, carrying the proponent's signature, meaning the person who is putting forth the amendment, to the Board of Directors for review no later than January 27, 2021, which is 10 weeks prior to the annual House of Delegates meeting. So with the amendments, there's a specific way that amendments are to be introduced and written out. And there's a step-by-step process on my Ethics and Governance page on the NSNA website. And there's a link that you're going to see to be able to take you to this. It's a step-by-step process. You can feel free to contact myself to help you go over this process to submit an amendment. And this actually covers Article 13, which is the portion of the bylaws for the NSNA that talk about amendments. And again, my name is Nick Fullmer. Feel free to reach out to me if you ever need to, talk about anything related to ethics and governance. I'm always available through email, and I normally respond pretty quickly. And I look forward to hearing from everyone. And thank you very much.